Hello, everyone, and welcome back to After Hours, the best talk show in the world where it's not about uni, exams, and assignments, but about everything that happens after. My name is Emma, and today I am here with my wonderful co host Zainab. And we worked our magic for you guys, and we brought you the coolest guests ever Guste, Pietro, and Quinn. Give it up for them. The topic of today's episode is what we look all the most forward to: summer, free time, parties, and festivals. So let's dive right in.
Okay, so let's warm up with what makes summer actually feel like summer. So my first question is, do you guys like summer? Is it one of your favorite seasons? What's your favorite season?
Without a doubt, summer is my favorite season. I think European cities in particular come to life. Everyone gets outdoors, everybody's smiling, everyone's having a drink outside, everyone's enjoying themselves. There's calamari on the menu. It's a great time all around.
Yeah, also for me, because I live in Italy, so I have a lot of sea, and my grandparents live close to the coast, so I can go there, just chill all the summer, and I'm fine.
Oh, that's nice. Like right there, yeah.
Yeah, I would say also the summer is the best because it's finally not cold for where I'm from, so it's not snowing. There's more like less rain, so it's actually just lovely year round. Everyone goes outside, has a nice April spritz, or just goes have a picnic in the fields. Just fun.
Guys, we picked the best guests then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
good job,
summer
guys.
lovers. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Okay, so when you think about the ultimate summer feeling, what comes to your mind? Any image or smell? What do you think when you think about summer?
I think when a close friend gives you the I love you speech, when it's hot enough that you're outside at night and you don't have to have a jacket on, you're both standing outside in your t-shirts or something, and you just appreciate each other's company so much more because there's nothing to worry about other than having a good time.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah, like for me, the perfect moment to live like the friendship is like when you have the sunset, you're on the beach, you eat a pizza, you just can chill
yeah.
there and wait the sun goes down to take the last swim before go out for the night. And every day are like this, so I can ask anything more.
Yeah, it's when you finally it gets to the time where like evenings are not as cold, so you don't have to bring your jacket. You can just sit around
Yeah.
with friends, and like it doesn't matter if it's day or night.
Guys, beautiful. I cannot
Yeah.
wait.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Okay, then so far, what has been the best summer of your life and why?
Can I go first?
Yeah,
Because
go
I have
first.
okay, like for me, it's the summer after my graduation, after the high school, because I did an interrail with other four friends. We did a travel around the Europe. We went to Nizza, Biarritz, Paris, Barcelona, Amsterdam, and I had a lot of fun for 20 days. So I spent most of the summer there because before I had the exams, and I would like to come back at that here, but I'm funny also here.
And what city
Okay.
did you like the most from Interrail?
I think Biarritz because it's just beach and eat and casino. So it's like you hang out of the house, you have the $20 as budget to spend in the casino to have a little bit fun, then go to the beach and meet people there, and that's it. Yeah.
Sounds beautiful.
I would say also my last summer was the best. I was working, unfortunately, but I still went to Turkey and Bulgaria, and I saw my friends a lot. I was basically spending time with them before I got here. So it was just having fun, working, and just, it was so much, but so much fun.
Was that also after your graduation?
Yeah, it was after my graduation.
It's always the summer
It's just
after
like,
Yeah.
it's like 'cause you have nothing to do, kind of.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for it, and you just
Yeah.
go all out.
Yeah. Quinn, did you
I'm
remember?
definitely summer after graduation now that I think about it. Because in South Africa, where I'm from, we end the school year in December, and then university was starting for me here in Groningen in September. So I had 8 months to
Oh,
just
that's
have
a
all the
lot
fun
of
I
time.
wanted. I worked 2 part-time jobs as a pizza delivery driver and as a gardener, so I had money to like throw around, and Cape Town's a really lovely place, and especially everyone was worried about like the dangers of living there, but if you're a local, it's like totally fine. And I had so much fun, and it was really nice to just have an extended period of time to have fun with my friends before I had to say goodbye to them, because I only see them like once a year now because I live on the other side of the world. So I'd say that was definitely the summer I enjoyed the most.
I think you hit the jackpot, honestly, because we only had 2 months of summer, max
Yeah.
3, but you had 8 of like
Yeah.
vacation. And
Yeah,
like
8 months of vacation, but I'd
Beautiful.
say it was about 4 or 5 months of the weather being nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so what would you describe your perfect summer evening as? What are you doing? Who are you with?
I'm probably with the two guys in the back there, Guy and Finn. We've probably had too many beers to drink, and one of the two of them is probably unable to shut up about some girl, and the other two of us having spent the whole night listening to them. There's a pain and a beauty in a night like that.
For me, in my time I used to work as a DJ, so I like to organize my own party for everyone that want to come. You know, spend all the weekend planning something to do, and maybe when it's August, go to the sea, take a swim, and then come back to my hometown to see my friends. I can live like this.
Okay.
I would say go to the countryside, invite a lot of friends and people together, get around like a little bonfire, have a couple of drinks where everyone just yaps. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. That sounds nice.
so nice.
Yeah.
Like all three sound so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Mm.
And Quinn, would you like to share which one of the two guys in the audience cannot shut up about girls?
I don't want to embarrass them like that. It's pretty easy to guess, but I'm not going to be the one to give you the answer.
That's okay. We'll chat after.
Okay, guys, then what are your summer plans for this year?
I'm going to China for 2 weeks in July. One of my best friends from Cape Town, Naiming, he's moved to China and he's become quite a successful rapper there. So I'm going to follow him around the Chengdu in the Sichuan province. I'm really excited to eat the hot pot there. But he might be touring while we're there, so I'll just be following him around while he's on tour. I'm going to be like the guy on stage that just like doesn't sing but just goes like...
A little groupie.
Exactly, a groupie. Exactly. I'm really excited for it. But I'm really excited to see him too. He's a sweetheart and I can't wait to get fat.
Yeah, my plan is like to finish my exams here in Groningen, and I will stay here on the 21st of July with the people of my dorm. We create a big group, so I'm good to be here. And after, when I come back to Italy, I plan to go to Prague with my family because I have to spend also some time with them. And I don't know, I will go to some festivals in my country and wait for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, when I finish exams, I first have to move places. So that's going to be very fun, as you know. But afterwards, I'm flying back home, spending some time with my family. We're traveling to like a little city near the sea. So we're going to spend time there. And then I come back for like 2 days to my home, and then I fly out to Spain, to Mallorca. So I'll get there, hopefully get a tan finally with the sun, because the Netherlands does not supply that. But and then come back, I guess, back to Groningen.
Okay.
You said you're moving. Where are you moving?
I just have to change places
Oh,
from
okay.
like one house to another. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
booked and busy, girl.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It sounds super fun.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Okay, thank you guys for your answers and your experiences and your plans. But let's hear from the streets of what the people of Groningen have to say about summer.
So let's talk about the upcoming season, summer. So what are you looking forward to the most this summer?
Going abroad.
I'm looking forward to going back to my home country.
Just drink a lot with my friends in the sun.
Actually going on holiday with my friends.
I'm looking forward to the weather, the beach, the vibe, the music, everything.
I think I really want it to be sunny, summer.
Well, I think quite the same with my friends, the weather.
And do you have favorite things to do in Groningen during the summer, or you've never spent the summer here?
I've never spent the summer here. This is my first year.
It's my first year here, so yeah, I haven't really experienced the summer here.
Yeah, I heard the beaches here are pretty nice.
Right, there's no beach at Groningen, but we have the Stadstrand. And there it's really fun. Just chill there with your friends, drink some beer, drink a bit of wine. It's already great.
Go sailing, swimming, just doing activities.
Going out here in the summer and that kind of stuff. Like going to the park, stuff like that. Okay. And now I'm going to do a quick round of this or that. So you tell me which one you prefer. Winter or summer?
Winter.
Summer, definitely.
Sometimes winter,
I prefer the cold better.
Summer.
Summer.
Summer. Clear. Very clear. Summer.
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 Festivals or concerts?
Festivals.
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 Concerts.
I think I prefer festivals, yeah.
Concerts.
Festivals.
And sleeping in the cold or sleeping in the hot weather?
Sleeping in the cold.
Sleeping in the cold, of course.
Sleeping in the hot.
It depends if it's outside in the heat, if it's inside in the cold.
Ooh, I think in the cold.
Sleeping in the Cold. Sleeping in the cold, actually.
Maybe in the cold.
Cold for sure.
Snow vacations or beach vacations?
Beach vacations for sure.
Beach. Yeah.
Beach vacations.
Beach.
Beach vacations.
Beach vacation all the way.
Beach vacation, of course.
Beach vacation, yeah.
Okay. And what about family trip or friends trip?
Friends trip.
Friends trip right now.
Yeah, friends trip.
Friends.
Ooh. I love my family. I think family trip.
It depends what the trip is. But I think friends.
Friends trip.
Friends trip. Yeah.
And lastly, what is the song that screams summer to you? That's on the top of your playlist that you're gonna keep playing.
Oh, well.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Tabula Rasa. It's a lustrum song of Albertus Magnus.
Tyler's Jump, probably.
Really good choice.
Okay, maybe it's Sea Summer. It's from Japanese artist, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with her with the title as well, yeah.
I think Casual from Roxy Decker. Like Sabrina Carpenter, the kind of vibe like espresso. It went really on last summer, and I kind of like the vibe for the summer. So I guess something like that. Yeah.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Well, thank you very much for your time. Very nice interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So guys, similarly as we saw in the video, we're gonna play a little rapid fire round, and I'm gonna tell you this or that, and no thinking, you just shoot, okay? We start. Quinn, Pietro, Guste. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
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 Ice cream or popsicle?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Single or in a relationship in the summer?
Single!
Single.
Single. Hell yeah. Okay, friends trip or solo travel or family vacation?
Friends trip.
Friends trip.
Friendship.
Summer job or no job?
Summer job.
No job.
No job.
Parties or festivals?
Parties.
Festivals.
Parties.
Exercising for the summer or not caring?
Exercising.
Not caring.
Exercising.
Camping or sleeping in a nice hotel?
Camping.
Camping.
Hotel.
Techno or pop music?
Techno.
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 Guys, the best answers. Hell yeah.
Okay, like as you saw in the video too, they talked about festivals. Emma said a little bit about festivals, and I think you also mentioned festivals in
Yes.
one of your previous answer. So that's the next part we're going to talk about, which is festivals. So my first question is, what was your first festival ever, and what made it so unforgettable? What impressed you the most?
The first festival I can probably remember, I went to Ultra in South Africa for my friend Luca. He was turning 19 when it hit midnight, so we were partying there. It was both our first time taking edibles, and it was like a 45-minute Uber ride, but it felt like 4 hours. And it was a great time. I don't remember most of it, but I really enjoyed the festival. I really like walking around. I don't like how overpriced all the food and drinks are, and I don't like having to wait in line for a urinal. I also don't like urinals. But I love festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, the first festival that I went is called Decibel Open Air. It's close to my city, so in Florence. And the things that I liked the most is I start to cry because I was really happy to be there with some of my close friends, and I heard one of my favorite DJs, Burkhard Brenner, playing in front of me. I was in the crowd with the other 1,000 people, so it's so emotional as things with the sunrise. So
Oh,
very
that's
good.
sweet.
That's
yeah.
so beautiful, Pietro.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to a festival, like a proper one. I've been to like a day one, but I don't feel like that was the... Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I should go. I wanted to go to some here, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I've been to like a day one, but I don't think it was the full experience, so I think I'm still missing out on the festivals.
Well, maybe in the future then.
Yeah, for
Definitely,
sure.
yeah. So what would you consider your bucket list festival, something that you have to go to or experience?
Does Steve Aoki still do concerts? Because if I got hit in the face with one of his cakes, I think I'd die on the spot. That's probably a dream for me.
Okay. I think it still goes, like he still tours.
That guy's been at it for so long now.
I saw some videos, like Instagram reels.
Of him
But
throwing
maybe they
cakes
were
at people.
old.
Yeah, no, he's been throwing cakes at people for a really long time. Yeah, he's really good at it by now. It's almost scary.
Dream Festival.
Dream Festival. Okay, I'm planning to do the Awakenings this summer. Like until that I hear, just want to go maybe one day and try to convince all the other people that never been to a festival to go and see what is real.
Well, there's one person next to you.
Oh yeah, we can go together. Yes, of course.
I think I would like to go to Tomorrowland. It's just in general the most basic one, I guess. Everybody knows it, but I feel like it would be an experience.
Yeah.
Especially going the first time when I've never been to one.
Have you guys heard about the Burning Man?
I did. I haven't heard of it.
No,
It's
never.
like a festival like in the middle of the desert, and you just like
Okay.
you cannot use money there. You just need to like bring food and exchange it with people. You basically live like your ancestors, but there's some like fire sets, you know.
Okay.
And at the end of the festival, you just burn this like huge statue.
Oh, cool.
It's super
Yeah,
cool,
should
but
go
like
there.
Didn't
I
it
think
like
I've seen
end
stuff
badly
about
a couple of
online.
years ago?
even last year it went
went
bad
bad,
because it
yeah.
was like raining the whole time and everyone got muddy. Everything went wrong. But it's like it's an experience.
I mean, either mud or sand.
Or sand.
What an
exactly.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know another one that is Spain, close to Barcelona. It's called the Monegros, and it's like 22 hours straight music in the desert, and then everyone leave. So
We should go.
yeah.
I saw a clip from Burning Man where they have a communal flashlight. They just like drive a stake into the ground and then they tie that to it. I
Okay.
saw that at Burning Man. I didn't go, but I saw a video of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your bucket list festival?
As I said,
Oh, you said
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
bad.
Maybe I don't think Burning Man is for me. I don't think I'm.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
I
be
know.
for me. It's crazy.
It feels like it would be really hot if it's in the desert, right?
Or it rains. So.
Yeah.
Or it rains.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, so what would you consider a typical festival experience?
I
You
really
wanna go?
like, I don't know, I like fields. I went to Pigeon Fest last year and I think that was like, it was a pretty typical one, but I think it did everything right. They had multiple stages, one of my friends was DJing. It was out in the field, so no one had to worry about noise in the city or anything. It was a nice view when the sun came up, and I think having a festival that's outside in an open area, that's really the formula that I think a lot more festivals should be following.
Like for me, have joined to smoke. Because when you are here, yeah, when you are there inside a lot of people and huge stage, huge light, you can feel that really better if you smoke or use something. I'm not used to use drugs, really strong one, but I think that if you go there with some friends and smoke a joint every hour just to rest and chill, it's a good experience.
Yeah, I feel like the average experience is seeing someone like that. Just like I feel like that's the average experience. And like also getting back after festivals when like everyone is walking out and you're also walking with them. It takes
And
so
you're like
long.
fucked up. You're like
Yeah.
dragging yourself.
I feel like that's the average experience.
that describes festivals the best. Honestly, I agree.
No, but I think the point of the festival is that they have the coolest community ever, because if you feel bad or you don't know where to go, what to do, everyone is ready to help you, and that's the important things there. Everyone is friends and nobody judge you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's because all of them are way more high than you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, guys. As before, we saw in the streets to talked about the summer feeling. Thank you for your opinion too. But let's also ask from the people of Groningen what they think about festivals.
Okay, nice. And do you ever go to festivals in the summer?
I do. Mainly I go to techno festivals, but also house. I mean, everything is okay with for me.
Sometimes I go to music festivals, yes.
Like the one here that was recently for Liberation Day was my first one. So that was like, yeah, quite fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
Well, yeah, I've been to a few festivals back at my hometown, so those are not new to me.
Festivals? I don't think so. This is actually my first festival. It's kind of, you know, Mayfair. Yeah.
Yeah, same. This is my first time also, yeah.
Very nice. And do you guys have any plans maybe to go in the future to a festival, or is that not on your bucket list?
I would love to. Yeah, definitely. I've definitely wanted to see some concerts. I think there's always somebody who have a concert in Amsterdam. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to another festival also.
I do.
Which one?
In Utrecht, it's in the middle of the country of the Netherlands. It's Verknipt. It's a really big techno festival. Many people go there. Not sure whether you know about it, but many people go there.
I would want to go to one of them. It has like a lot of like known artists that are kind of my vibe, so I look forward to just one. I don't know about the others.
Not really, but I'm going to. Do you know Snake Week? No, that's a week in Snake, and they party a lot there in that week. So. Okay, very nice. Is there anyone you would like to see live this summer perform?
Ooh. Yes, The Weekend, if he would perform.
Probably Tyler. She has like summer songs and everything. Yeah.
Of course, Tyler. And maybe Sabrina, you know, summer.
I don't know if you know, but I think Nikki will be great at summer. Like, have you heard about Nikki? Like,
Are we talking about Nicki Minaj?
no. There's an Asian, she came from Indonesia and she's an upcoming, she's already famous, but I think she'll be great in summer vibes.
That's a really tough question because it depends on how big would be like the festival, the people. Like if it's a really big festival, I really like Lil Kleine. I mean, he's a bit controversial in the Netherlands, but his music I do like. But if it's a smaller festival like Snelle, I mean, I would think he's great.
Not really, because I think all of the ones that are on my wish list are ending tours. So, yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. Nothing comes to mind right now except that one Dutch artist, Just. Yeah, maybe I would love to see it live, yeah.
Alright guys, on a little more serious note, what do you think about drugs?
I really hate people who take drugs, like airport security. I think they just do their own business. Next question.
I don't know, it depends on the way that you want to take them. If you want to learn something more about yourself, you can do some experience during your life. But if you start to take it every weekend because you can't have fun without them, it starts to be a problem.
Of course.
Yeah, I agree with, if you just want to have fun, just like disconnect from the world, yeah, then you can do them. But I don't think, if you get like dependent on them, hooked on them, cannot get to sleep, or just have fun in general, I feel like that's too much.
Yeah, and do you guys feel like drugs are a big part of like festivals and parties nowadays?
I do think so. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing so long as you're doing it safely. You know, you're taking the risk drinking alcohol, you're taking the risk doing drugs. It's just, what horse are you going to choose to bet on, you know? I think it is a big part of festival culture. I've definitely engaged in it. I definitely will engage in it more, I think. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I think if you wanted to stop it, you'd have to stop other things. I think there's definitely limits to everything, like you said. So I think just making sure you're not dependent on it to have fun, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think if you ask to everyone that maybe they never go to a festival, they will tell you that the drugs is a big problem about this event. But I start to go to the festival without using drugs. I always had fun. And I think that maybe the festival is a safety place, as I said, to try that. Because it's, how I said, there is a good community, everyone are ready to help you. So maybe it's better if you try that around the street or in just normal night.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the people that run the festivals, they're definitely used to people being on drugs.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was about to say as well.
If you are unfortunate enough to have a bad time on the drugs, there's safeguards in place for you.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on the people around you. I feel like if you're with friends, I guess once again in the festival, and also in the festival there's always ambulances and just ready for stuff like that.
No, like resources for sure, because people like count on it that like some people are going to take drugs and which is super nice that it's like counted on, even though it's like illegal, whatever. But do you guys ever, or did you ever feel pressured by the environment or by your friends to do drugs at a festival or a party?
For me, no. I mean, I don't know. It was never like that. I've never done them, and I never felt the pressure to do so. Because if the friends take them, like, take them, be safe, and that's it for me.
But no one has like directly pressure you, right?
No.
Then you have some good friends.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
I've definitely been pressed to take them.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely cracked under the pressure, but I mean, things turned out in the end all right, so I'm not gonna cry about it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think I know my friends and I know who are maybe good for take something, and maybe the other is better if we don't talk about them. So we can split the things. Yeah.
Okay.
At festivals, there is also obviously a lot of drinking. So my question is, what is your go-to alcoholic beverage?
My go-to is a beer, but if I could drink anything for free, I'd probably be on mojitos the whole time. I love those, but they're so expensive.
And like refreshing in the heat, right?
And they're minty and they're icy and oh, you get it, Emma.
I get it. I get it, Quinn.
I think the problem is to the festival that if you want to take one beer, maybe it's 10 euros. And if you want to take one pill that do 4 hours, it's just 5 euros. So it's not balanced. And that's why people maybe prefer to use drugs than spend 100 euros just to drink some beers and maybe they are not really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get everything for free, I would just do tequila shots the whole night. I feel like that's my kind of vibe. You don't like tequila?
I do, but not like that.
He doesn't get it.
No, you get drunk, you know.
True.
You just take a little shot and you're
Yeah,
drunk
but you
after
get like
3.
a bad drunk, you know?
No, you don't.
That's a
I
tequila
never
bad
been
drunk.
bad tequila drunk.
I saw you bad something the other week.
But that was a skinny bitch and that's different.
Of course.
But Pietro, if you had unlimited amount of money or you could just get any drink, what would be your go-to?
I don't know, I think Negroni, you ever heard about them?
Of course.
Yeah, so
But that's
I
like
can go straight with them.
That's like a businessman drink.
yeah, bro.
At a festival?
At a festival. Yeah.
And a little bit of Negroni.
Yeah.
And if you're at a festival, when do you usually start drinking? So like in the morning, when you wake up, the whole day, before the concert?
It depends when the festival is. I had a really great festival I went to with Finn a couple months ago called Free Your Mind. And the festival we got there at 3 p.m. We had started drinking at 11 a.m. and we left the festival at 1 a.m. So it was more than 12 hours of drinking and we got it done. So I think you have to drink beforehand or else you
Yeah.
burn
The funny thing is that
Yeah,
I
of
was there
course.
too.
You were Free Your Mind?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, we gotta hang out, what the fuck?
yeah. I don't know, for me, it depends on the night before. Because if you have party and then the day after you want to go to a festival, maybe you have to chill and rest. But I used to drink some beers before going inside, and then it depends on what I want to do, with who I am, and decide.
And if you're sleeping at a festival, do you wake up and start drinking?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah. If you're sleeping there, you're sleeping there too. Wake up.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I guess it depends on how many benders do you do in a row.
True.
If it's like a third day, that's more difficult.
You have to like wake up and start a tequila shot.
Yeah, no, that's not a
No,
vibe.
no, no.
What's the
And-
longest festival you've been to?
That's why I said I've never been to festivals, but like benders, that's why I'm doing like a comparison.
Okay, yeah.
And do you guys feel like drugs are starting to be perceived or normalized the same way as alcohol?
I think it's not as normalized.
Okay.
Well, I guess here it is way more, but I think in other countries definitely no. Because like everybody's like, oh yeah, let's go grab a drink, but nobody's gonna say, oh, let's go and
grab
do
a
drugs in the evening. Like it's not the same
Yeah.
vibe yet.
Yeah, but maybe in the Netherlands.
Yeah, maybe in the Netherlands.
Yeah, not like worldwide. Maybe
Yeah.
just here.
Yeah, maybe here is a bit more open to that culture.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it just depends on where you are in the world. Everything's normal somewhere and not normal somewhere else. Sex is very discussed here in the Netherlands, but in South Africa it was quite taboo. Everyone there is Christian. It's really odd to speak about it in public.
About drugs?
Sex.
Oh, okay.
Just like something else. But like drugs, for example, I have had people say like, oh, let's go for a beer, or it's like you go to the park and it's like, oh, let's smoke some weed. That is a drug. People seem to forget that sometimes.
Oh, come on, Quinn.
Well, it is a drug. People forget that sometimes. In the same way, it's like, oh, you're at a party and someone's like, hey, man, you want to go to the bathroom and like get in a little stool with me and snort things off of my like collarbone? Everything's normal somewhere and not normal somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I think the same. Like in Italy, the drugs are really so bad from the government, etc. They want to make illegal also the weed. But the thing is that if you go really into drugs, you can see that everyone, literally everyone, ever tries something, or maybe they have to do that
Yeah.
for the work or. I
And
don't know.
especially like once you get to your 20s, you really do realize that everyone is doing drugs
It's so
in
easy
their
to do
free
that.
time.
Yeah.
Like especially or working in the hospitality, everyone like in the restaurants after the shift is like snorting coke off of the table at work, you know?
What are you?
Are you
about?
talking from experience?
From what I've heard,
yeah,
from what
allegedly.
I've heard. I don't work
You work
in
retail.
hospitality. I work
You do
retail.
your lines before work.
Yeah, but you know, maybe.
No. Go ahead.
No, sorry, but if there is like I don't know that a doctor that have to do a surgery for 16 straight hours, maybe he needs some help because or
With like doing the surgery, focusing on the surgery, you
He
need
needs,
some help.
he needs Mother Mary guiding his hand.
I don't know.
Well, guys, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for sharing your insights about our favorite season. Thank you, our dear audience, wherever you are, whatever your summer plans are. And make sure you're living it up this summer because you only get 10 summers in your 20s. So enjoy it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.